All right. Well, guys, first of all, just kind of give us a nice kind of overview of the first week or two of practice and what it's been like working with Josh and new DC so far.
It's been fun, just get back out on the field, getting acclimated and getting to play with some new guys, some new faces. Getting to work with Coach Renda, he's been great, installing a new system. He's really detail oriented, and it's just been a fun time. Excited for what the future holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Installing a new defense, obviously, everyone's a little bit rusty in certain areas, learning new techniques and all that kind of stuff, but every single position coach has good energy and all that, so I like it. Yeah.
Well, he just mentioned it when you were here, but having a defense where there's a lot more DBs on the field, obviously you got two different position groups here. So tell me kind of your kind of view on that and how you kind of fit into that.
I'd like to think whether it's 3-man or 4-man front on D-line, I could make an impact, but at first when I was thinking 3-man front, but then I talked to him a little bit more and he kind of described and started learning the new defense, kind of showed how we can make an impact and how we can free up and all that kind of stuff. So I actually am a big believer in it, and I'm excited for it. So
yeah,
I think the same thing. It's an exciting defense. It's something different that we never ran, that I personally never ran either. But I think it's going to surprise some people, and it's just having more DBs on the field. It's a fun thing, because we live in like a day and age where teams like to throw the ball, so we want to be able to defend the pass. But we also have our linemen up front. They do a great job getting after the quarterback to get the ball out so we can cause turnovers.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember like when you first kind of understood what this defense was going to be about? And obviously, you being a DB, obviously going to be pretty involved out there. Do you remember like kind of your reaction to kind of seeing what you're going to be working with out there?
Oh yeah, I've seen the defense on tape, just like watching different games, and then when I finally got like the playbook and seeing what the coverage we'd be running, I felt like, oh, it's really challenging defense. It's complex in some ways, but it allows us to play fast, and it allows us to get after it.
Yeah. You mentioned making an impact with just like the 3 linemen. How do you kind of make sure that you're still kind of involved in the action there?
So it really just depends on what play we're running and all that kind of stuff. But each different front that we run, you're going to have a different job and different impact that you can make. And sometimes you're going to have to just take up double teams. But then a lot of the time in this 3-man front, you'll be able to become free and make plays. So.
For you guys working with a new DC, a whole new defense, second year, third in 3 years for Josh. I mean, what has that process been like, and how have you kind of made that transition from year to year now?
I thought it'd be difficult, but actually Coach Renda does a good job keeping it simple. So honestly, I was able to fly around today. I feel like everyone was. Just keep it simple and play fast. So that's our goal.
Yeah, like you said, this defense, it's complex in some areas, but it's also simple. We focus a lot on our technique, and just football is football. A lot of the coverages are the same. We're just presenting it a different way, and we're picking it up and playing fast and flying around.
What challenges present with this idea that we only have 3 weeks of spring ball and then summer break? What do you guys need to do on your end to maybe either keep up with it or be ready as we go in spring and summer and fall?
Obviously, every practice, you got to show up, give as much effort as you can, but then it's not just spring ball, it's going to transition over into summer, even the break in between summer and spring ball, and then into fall camp, all that kind of stuff, that's all going to play into it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really see it as a challenge. I think it's more of an exciting, we're moving fast, of course, when we get to the season, but we're just putting building blocks together. Right now we're in spring. We got to show up every day. We got to play fast. We got to be accountable. We got to get the playbook down, and then we'll go into summer, and we'll get bigger with the strength staff, and we'll do our PRPs and really try to hone in on our technique and learning the system even more, and then we'll get into fall camp, and that's when it really gets real because we're getting to the season.
I think Josh or Coach Renda mentioned that he did bring up keeping it simple to us a few minutes ago. Is that something that he is big on, or how does that kind of fit into what you guys are doing on defense now?
Yeah, I think it's. Huh?
Or
I was say, or has it not?
Or
been
maybe
brought
it's not simple at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we want to keep it simple. It's a new defense, so we're just trying to learn it, taking small bits and pieces, and really be more technique focused, technique oriented, and as we go along and we get the defense down, we're gonna add more and more, and it's just gonna be. It'll get a little complex, but we'll be able to digest it and be able to play whatever needs to be played and make plays.
What are like the complex parts of not to give anything away, but I mean, like you mentioned, there were some complex parts of the defense. What what are those parts?
Probably just the different presentations. We want to, like defense, on defense, you want to make everything look the same, but we're going to change some things up. We're going to show the quarterback in the offense different pictures. We just want to keep the offense guessing. We don't want to be predictable, because when you're predictable, it becomes easier for the offense.
Yeah, we talk about it's nice to add another defensive back. What challenges does adding another DB do for you in the backfield? In the back.
I think sadly for Court's sake, we take a D lineman off the field, or if we ran a 3-4, we take a linebacker off the field. But the position where we added that defensive back, I think that's just a playmaker position. They just get to go and hunt and find the ball. And I think it'll throw quarterbacks and offenses off, because they don't know exactly what he's going to do. So I think it holds all the advantages for us and puts the offense at a disadvantage.